Hi everyone, welcome back to this week's Technical Insights. The STI index ended the week higher on Friday, tracking the Wall Street tech rally overnight. Our benchmark index rose 1.17% or 36 points to 3,179 points. Most key indices in the region also ended the day higher, except for Hong Kong and China. The Nikkei 225 index was up 0.41%, while the Shanghai Composite Index dropped 1.46%. Hong Kong Hang Seng Index also fell 0.21%. On the US side, the S&P 500 notched a fresh record high on Friday as quarterly results from big tech companies including Facebook parent Meta topped expectations. The January job reports came in much better than expected above both analyst consensus and the previous month reading. The Dow Jones Index added 0.35% or 134 points on Friday. Broad market S&P 500 index climbed 1.07% or 52 points above its previous record close last Monday. Nasdaq Composite Index jumped 1.74% on Friday or 267 points as the shares of Meta popped more than 20% after the social media giant quarterly results topped analyst expectation. The Facebook parent also announced it will pay a quarterly dividend for the first time and authorized a $50 billion US share buyback program. On the weekly view, all three major US indices ended the week in the green, clocking in their fourth consecutive week of gains. The Dow Jones Index rose 1.43% for the week to finish at 38,654 points, an all-time closing high. Broad market S&P 500 index advanced 1.38% for the week to settle at 4,958 points. Tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite Index added another 1.12% for the week to finish the week at 15,625 points. On the Asia side, Hong Kong Hang Seng Index sank back into the red again, down 2.62% for the week to close at 15,533 points after managing to close its first winning week of the year last week. The Hang Seng Tech Index also plunged 4.47% on renewed concerns about geopolitical risks, following a proposed US legislation targeting Chinese biotech firm WuXi Biologics and WuXi AppTech. WuXi Biologics plunged 21% to Hong Kong dollar $16.78, while its affiliate WuXi AppTech tumbled by the same magnitude to $43.70. Our STI index joined in the US rally for the week, rising 0.64% for the week to finish at 3,179 points. The gains were helped by the trio local banks who also ended higher as well. Breaking down the performance of the STI index last week, we saw DBS rose 0.37% to $32.22. UOB again was the biggest winner for the week among the three banks, adding 0.42% to finish at $28.62. OCBC, meanwhile, also managed to put in a positive performance, rising 0.15% to close at $13 flat. SGX, however, suffered a drop last week, down 1.24% to finish the week at $9.54. For this week's technical analysis, let's look at two interesting counters, City Development as well as Yangzijiang ShipBuilding. First, let's take a look at one of the biggest property counter on SGX, City Development. Last Friday, City Development share price rose 2.54% or 15 cents to $6.06. But for the week, the stock was down 1.94%. Looking at the price chart, City Development share price were on a downward trend after hitting a high of $8.18 in February last year. Prices hit a low of $5.96 on 14th of November, and after that reached a higher high in December at $6.76, a sign that we may see a change of the downtrend. In January this year, the share price hit a high of $6.74 before reaching a low on 1st of February at $5.90. The high in January and in December could be seen as a double top formation. Hence, the $6.74 level is likely to see heavy selling and strong resistance. The MACD indicator is now negative, with both the MACD line and the signal line trending downwards. This shows that there's negative momentum in the share price right now, and the share price are likely to head down again. But on last Friday, we saw a subsiding of this negative momentum and this could signal that we may be near the bottom of the recent pullback. The RSI indicator also hit a low of 25 points on 1st of February, a sign that the price has entered the oversold territory and then rebounded to 37 points on 2nd of February, a possibility that the price has bottomed out again. With both indicators signaling that the price may have bottomed out, the $6 handle or even the 1st February low that we see at $5.90 may be a good entry level for a long trade, targeting the 2nd of January high at $6.74. But the key point to note here is that this may be a short-term counter-trend trade because the longer-term trend may still be on a downtrend, but this long position may be a counter-trend that we see happening in the longer-term downtrend. Next, let's look at Yangzijiang ShipBuilding. Last Friday, Yangzijiang ShipBuilding share price fell 1.79% or about 3 cents to close at $1.65. For the week, the stock was down about 1.2%. We covered Yangzijiang ShipBuilding on the 8th of January video, where the price was around the $1.55 level. In that video, we noted that if Yangzijiang ShipBuilding share price were to close above the 100 days moving average, which is the blue color line that you see here, it is likely that the stock may have a change in direction upwards, and the 100 days moving average would then become a support level. The share price has closed above the 100 days moving average on the 11th of January. We also noted that the MACD indicator during then was showing a good positive momentum, and with a positive reading, that means that the positive momentum accelerated as the MACD line diverged away from the signal line in the coming weeks following 8th of January. The RSI indicator reading then was around the 62-point level in the healthy range and showed strong uptrend momentum. The current share price today has already hit the target price that we set earlier at $1.61. So with the MACD line now converging towards the signal line, it is likely that a crossover downwards may happen soon, signaling that this trend might change again. The RSI has also peaked on the 30th of January at the reading of 74 points, which is above the overbought level. Hence, a pullback in Yangzijiang share price is likely to happen soon. So as we have reached the previous target price that we set earlier at $1.61, the time right now is to lock in the profit and to close off this position. So that is all I have for this week technical updates. As usual, if you do find this video useful, we do appreciate your support by giving us a like or a share and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date to our latest content. And I'll see you again next week in the next Technical Insights.